He has been among the first to respond to disasters like the Enterprise tornado and even the Virginia Tech shootings. Now, River Region Chaplain Nick Sebastian is preparing to begin a new season in his life away from Montgomery, but not before we visit with him one more time. Nick Sebastian, it is great to see you again.
Thank you for having me, Kim.
Sure. You and your wife, your sweet wife, you're preparing to move. Tell us where you're going.
We're moving to
next.
Douglas County, Illinois, to the town of Tuscola. And it's a farming community in East Central Illinois. My wife Sandy's parents are becoming somewhat elderly, and we want to spend quality time with them while we can. And the thing about Douglas County is that it is where the Wisconsin Glacier stopped and melted, and it's some of the richest farmland in the world.
Wow. Okay. Well, we understand the pull of family. Absolutely. Well, you've served as a chaplain and experienced a lot of difficult situations with others and also personally. How has that grown you and changed you over your time
It
here?
is well, first of all, a good chaplain becomes to understand you don't choose this. God chooses you to do this. And it's a privilege and an honor. For the most part, we stand flat-footed in somebody else's worst day. Eric Jackson, who's the director of the River Region Chaplain Corps, we've gone to several schools together, and it's just it's a maturing process. And you come to understand two things. Once, seldom is it my words, it's God's words through me. And the other thing is that it's just occasionally. We had a scene where a man had killed his 3 children and then committed suicide. And when I cleared that scene and went to Jackson Hospital to meet with the fire medics and the ambulance people, you realize for a moment you were in the presence of God, because it was nothing that I did, nothing that I said, it was all Him.
And you shared a story with a Virginia Tech student. You sat with her, and you often walk away from these scenes, Nick, wondering if you made a difference. And it might be months or years later that you realize, again, God was at work.
In that particular case, yeah. Basically, chaplains are like farmers in that we plant seeds. This young lady I'd met, we had a conversation, and at one point I asked if she would like prayer, and she said absolutely not. And you honor that, because it's not about me, it's about their feelings and emotions and what they're going through. And then this past fall, I got a letter from her saying that she had found something in peace in me, that she wanted some of that peace. And in her search, she is now a member of the local Methodist church there. And one of the nicest things she said was, not only is it okay to pray for me, it's okay to pray with me now.
Wow, that's wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, your health challenges led you to a powerful ministry where you have created beautiful works of art to give people, crosses, and I believe we have some pictures to show, but tell us about that part of your life, Nick.
Well, once I had some strokes and I had to retire, and through a process with my wife, I've learned how to do stained glass. And once I realized this is something that Nick will not make money in, it became a ministry. And now that ministry, I've done over 900 crosses. I got crosses in every state of the Union, various parts of the country. The last time we talked, you know, for a while I had a piece hanging in the Vatican with Pope John Paul II. And just, it's a vehicle. I can pick up a cross. And Kim, I would never tell you what God can do for you, but I'd sure tell you what God has done for me.
And that's what you hope when they see these works of art. And you can get these, by the way, at the Fraser bookstore here in town over at Fraser United Methodist Church. What do you want people to see and feel when they see this, Nick?
That's going to vary to the individual. I think what it is, there is nothing in anyone's life they cannot put at the foot of the cross. And that's what it's about. It's just it's a conduit to a peace. It's a conduit to something greater. The thing about like volunteering as a chaplain, it's when you realize you have to stand up for something greater than your own self-perception of what you are.
Right. Well, Nick Sebastian, thank you so much for all that you've done for our community, and I mean that. We will miss you so much.
Thank you. I'll miss my friends and miss my church.
But we are excited to hear how God uses you again in a new place.
Thank you.
Thank you. For every